Hey y'all, I never, in my 29 years of living, thought that I would be saying rest in peace to my dad so young and so early. And I know we don't know what the future holds, we don't know what lies ahead. But what I will tell you and what I do know for myself is I don't wish this feeling on nobody. Nobody. Losing a parent is not a good feeling. Losing a parent, it causes you to feel like you lost a piece of yourself in a sense, because without that parent there's no, you know. So losing my dad has really, you know, I thought I had a pretty good perspective on life before, but this right here has really um gave me a different outlook on life. For one, it taught me that you just never know. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know what that day is going to bring. You don't know when you're going to take your last breath. You just don't know. Another thing it has taught me, all of the dreams that you have, they ain't going to come true. I dreamed of walking down the aisle with my dad. I dreamed of my dad being there for all of my grandkids. All of my grandkids, all of my children. I ain't even had kids yet. And yes, I get it. My dad is going to be there with me in spirit every step of the way for the rest of my life. But it's just something about that physical and not having the person who was always there. There. If you know me in my personal life and you knew my dad, you know what kind of man my dad was. You knew what kind of father my dad was to his 5 kids. He took care of all 5 of us. He took care of my mama. They married 31 years. We never went without anything. We weren't rich at all. My parents did what they had to do to make sure all 5 of us were straight. And we had a community, we had a village that helped and made sure we were always taken care of. Dependable. That's what my dad was. Available. That's what my dad was. My dad. The morals, the values, the realness, the bump sugarcoating it. This is what life is going to be like, so you need to know this. That was my dad. That smile, the ability to talk to anybody. When I tell you anybody, my teachers from when I was a child, still keeping in contact, and hey, how you doing? Just checking on you. You know, that person that people want to call and check up on them every blue moon, that was my dad. My dad would call whoever he had a connection with and just make sure they was all right. It'd be a 5-minute conversation. It'd be an hour conversation. If my dad knew you and cared about you, you felt it. You knew that. You respected that, and he respected those people as well. Above all, my dad loved God more than anything. And my dad taught us how to maneuver and navigate and be independent and to do what you got to do to have a decent life. Taught us to not get caught up in the things that literally do no good for you. Stay out of trouble. When you go to school, you do what you got to do. And my dad was stern, but very loving. Like, we knew better. We knew, don't play. Because my dad, he didn't play. Okay, don't mess around. My dad didn't play. Like, he'll let you go, do your thing, have fun. But don't get yourself in no trouble. And it helped shape us into these adults. I think they did a good job. And I say they because I grew up in a 2-parent household. I had my mom and my dad every single day of my life. I don't remember life without my dad. I don't know life without my dad. And it's so funny because even in adulthood, I'm 29, I'm about to be 30 in April. We both April babies. But this year, my dad hasn't bought me any clothing or shoes or things like that in so long because I just, you just do those things for yourself. But this year, my dad bought me some shoes. Bought me a pair of black Vans. And I ran through them shoes just like I did when I was a kid. They busted. They already busted. Like, I don't mind getting dirty outside. Like, I would get dirty, this, that, and the third. I don't care. It's just shoes, like, whatever. And I thought about throwing them shoes away a couple months ago, but for some reason, I didn't throw them shoes away. I still got them. And I'm gonna wear them. Busted and all. They ain't got no holes in them. They just super dirty. Got a little bleach stain on them. They just some black and white Vans. But my daddy bought me them Vans. My dad would just show up. He would come whenever for any of us. You might have a little speech to go along with it, but he was gonna be there. You could be in another state. If you need help, my daddy coming. So now it just feels like incomplete. And that's the best way I could describe all of this. And I can't help but to feel that way because it just seemed like it was still so much left for us to do. It was so many things. Oh, there were so many things that I just knew we was gonna do. And y'all know I'm one of the biggest advocates for live your life to the fullest now. Live your life to the fullest. Tomorrow not promised. Do what you got to do now. Be grateful for everything that you have. And God dog it. I understood. But baby, like Denzel Washington said, I understand. I understand. I understand what it means to be grateful for life. Grateful for other people's life. Because like I just told you, without him, me. Yeah, my mom pushed me out the womb, but it was a 2-person rodeo. Like, let's be real, okay? It was a beautiful thing to know somebody that made sure we was always all right. And he would tell you, hey, daughter. He would call me, hey, daughter. What up, man? Hey, man. Yeah, I'm all right. How you? I'm good, Daddy. And we could have whatever conversation we was gonna have, and I love you, Daddy. I love you too, daughter. And that was it. And I thank God that one of the last conversations we had, we made sure that that was known. He knew it. Now I knew it. And I know it. My daddy loved his kids. Hell, he loved, if you had kids and he knew, he loved George too. He loved Drew too. My dad was a man of community. The outpour of support and love and respect that my family has received during this time has been immense. Now, y'all, I experienced double loss. Okay, not only did I lose my dad, I lost my grandma, my dad's mom. They passed away a few weeks apart from each other. So just imagine having two people that you have been with and around since you've known yourself to just no longer be here. Every graduation, every job interview that I couldn't drive myself to. Every school event, every parent-teacher conference, every single doctor appointment, dentist appointment, everything that a parent was supposed to do. It was done. And my God, all you get now is memories. All you get is a photo gallery, an obituary. See that casket close? To know that I would never see that smile again in the physical. I can look at memories, but I don't get any new nothing. It do hurt. And that's why I say I feel so incomplete. I just feel like it was just more that needed to be done, y'all. Like, he just turned 50 this year. He got his half a century. He was a young man. Young man. I know I'm not alone. I know there are people out there who have lost a parent too. And if you have yours, hey, love on them. Because I'm glad I loved on mine and they loved on me. And I get to hold that. But if you have yours, hug on them a little tight. Now, if you don't mess with them, hey, I ain't got none of personal things. Everybody's relationship with their parents are different. But if you know how it feels to lose a parent, I don't care how old you are. You could be 75, you lost a parent, it don't feel good. It don't feel good. Younger, don't feel good. It just don't feel good to know that every day you wake up, you can't pick up that phone and say, let me call my daddy. Or what he want, what he calling me for. Or seeing his text message. Or voicemail. People don't even really make voicemails anymore, but my dad and my grandma, they made voicemails. And I'm going to talk about my grandma in another video, but this one dedicated to my dad. It's just, it feel like I'm in a dream. It feel like I'm just waiting on somebody to say, hey, shake me, wake me up. But no, it's not a dream, it's a reality. And now that all we have is memories, and I've always been somebody that would play back memories. Like I would even talk to my dad, my mom, whoever. Y'all remember when my siblings? Y'all remember this? Cause my memory is pretty sharp, thankfully, and I still remember preschool. And I just remember like all the teachers being connected to our family because they knew that we had them parents that cared, that made sure we were all right. Even like my childhood friends, they know how much my dad meant to them and just everybody. So like I was saying, memories. Some of my earliest memories were me being in the ER all the time. Like when I was in elementary school, y'all, I stayed sick. I think my immune system was just like not the strongest. But I always remember it being my dad to take me to the ER. We going to the pharmacy. Going home, if I didn't feel well, I could hop in the bed with my parents and just that comfort would just be right there. Or if I was scared of a scary movie and I had a little nightmare or I couldn't go to sleep, I knew I could just go in my parents' room and lay on that side of that bed and I was able to go right to sleep. It just was like, just that knowing that, man, you got them people that care. You love, you're well taken care of. You're fed, you're clothed. We did a lot. We would go to the beach in the summertime every day as kids, and we would get in that murky looking water. Seaweed stuck on your feet. But my dad would get in the water and him and my younger sister would go all the way out. I ain't no swimmer. They would go all the way out and she would be on his back and I could just see it right now. Looking through the window. I remember being this 7-year-old kid. 8. And I could just see them like outside and I would be waving. We'd be yelling, just having a good time. Or we would go fishing all the time. My parents, all 5 of their kids, my grandma, my granddad, my auntie, we would do everything together. We would go fishing and we'd be trying to help fish, but my grandma, granddad, my dad, they were the fishers and my brother. They would fish. And we'll be like in the park area or we'll come up and try to see what's on their line if they grabbed something or we'll be excited. And it would just always be a good time. And I remember my dad would get up super early and go catch walleye by himself in the morning. He was like, I'm going out, I'm getting up and I'm going because he was an early bird. My dad be up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning every day. Even up until he passed away, he was just up. He was an early bird. Crazy that you, like I said, you think about these things, you have the memories, but you don't be really like into them. At least I wasn't. But now that that's all I have, they just all keep flooding back. And I'm grateful. I'm thankful for the 29 years I got to know that man. And I'm thankful for his smile. I'm grateful for all the good times, the lessons, him telling me when I was wrong and correcting me and still loving me as his child. So I want anybody out there and everybody out there to know that Samuel Ivory was a great man that love God, his family, his friends, doctors, teachers, hell, everybody. He loved them. This is the beginning of a new journey, and it's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. Okay, y'all know I'm usually like, but I gotta go through this, okay, for the rest of my life. And I respect this journey because that was my dad. That was my grandma. That was my girl. And they just gone now. Like, dang. Just gone. I was taught so many things. How to be independent. How to pay bills. How to take care of the responsibilities that I had. My parents taught us that. Again, they did a good job. But whatever they had, they were young. My parents were young when they had me. And my siblings. Young. I'm grateful for the support. I'm grateful for the time that I did have. Making this before, when I knew I was about to have to turn this camera on, I was sobbing. And I know I'm gonna sob some more. I didn't cry every day. And you know, one of the most beautiful things that my dad did for us was prepare us for whatever life had to come our way. Like I told you earlier, my dad didn't sugarcoat nothing, okay? We were equipped. Like, I don't know how this may come off to some, but he knew that one day he wasn't gonna be here anymore. He told us, like, hey, you know, one day I'm gonna go home and be with the Lord. And it's all right. Don't worry about me. And it's like, yeah, you could say that, Dad. But of course we gonna worry about you. We gonna wonder about you. We gonna think about you. You're a part of us. Because again, know him, know me. It took two to tango. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna give my dad the credit that he deserves. Okay? He did what he had to do until he took his last breath. We grown as hell. And he was still doing. And it's not just in a financial sense. It's every type of way you can imagine. My dad was there. Okay? There. I'll never forget this one time. Me, my sister, and my friends went to LA. And this is right when we first got our new truck. And I remember the man telling us at the dealership that y'all might need a new battery soon. Y'all gonna need a new battery soon. We like, yeah, okay. You know, it's being young adults. Like, okay, we gonna get it. We're responsible, but we was like, okay, we can get this when we get back from our trip. And it was cold. It was in January of 2019. It was a cold winter. And we get back home from the airport, and me and my sister, we about to get in the truck to go home. Man, we tried to start that car. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I be dog. The car was dead. Who did we call? Oh, yeah. Hello. Daddy, our car dead. Can you come get us? Where y'all at? Man, we 45 minutes away from his house. Did he come? Yes. Did he jump that truck? Yes. Did he make sure we had gas every single time? Yes. That was my daddy. So it's just a bunch of stories and a bunch of memories, but I'm thankful and grateful for my dad's life. I miss him every single second, minute of the hour of the day. And I hold him with me near and dear. And I'm grateful for his life. I'm grateful for the things he did for me and my family and the impact he had on the community. The proof is all out there, okay? Take care of yourself. if you lost somebody and you just have some supportive words, encouraging words, I don't care if you didn't. If you have any encouraging words, any thoughts, feel free to leave them. I'm going to read them all. And another thing, for anybody dealing with loss right now, I want you to know that you are not alone. And take all the time you need. But remember that you are still here. And what they will want you to do, they will want you to keep going. They will want you to excel. They will want you to do good. So keep that alive. It's okay to feel every emotion. You're going to question stuff. It's all right. It's all right. You're only human. Y'all see me over here crying, but just like that, all this can change. Just like that, y'all. But he made some beautiful babies with my mama, and we became beautiful adults. Ain't nothing perfect now. Ain't nothing perfect. My daddy was still human, but that was a good man. And I'm going to hold on to that. So I know it's a bunch of us dealing with this and going through it. But y'all, we going to be all right. We are one step at a time, one moment at a time. This is a new reality. So it's okay if it feel weird, feel off, because it is. It's not easy. We're going to push through. I'm going to continue to make videos. I'm going to just do the best that I can and really, really, really tap into life and express more gratitude for it all and love on the people that I have here with me right now. And don't take anything for granted and make sure they know and they feel it. Alrighty. Don't let nobody do you dirty. Don't let nobody disrespect you. And remember that you only get this one life. Alright? I got so much love for y'all. I love you, Daddy. I miss you. Thank you. Until my next one, remember these words from me to you. Remember that you are loved, and you are liked. Stay beautiful. And you saw that smile on all the pictures. You see this smile? I want you to smile too. Because he's smiling from heaven. Peace out.